Jose Luis has mentioned, auto ship should start when? Beginning of the month, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Malaysian, like always, when is the best time for Malaysian to do it? Last day. Last minute. Just before the company off the aircon, everybody rush in. And what happened when the company is not able to keep? We start calling Peter, and when Peter doesn't do it, what happened? We get angry. Right? Then we write to the outline, then right. So if you ask me honestly, it's just getting the system right at the first place. In my case, I always do it beginning of the month. I have people who call me up and say, Jerry, what? This is very true case. I think a lot of leaders relate that. My downline didn't maintain the first week. What happened? You know, the point, we'll talk about the plan later. That's tomorrow. But the point here is all this is not a problem in the very first place if we follow the system. Will you agree? Right? Yes. If we do it, if we are leaders, we have to do the maintenance anyway. Yes, you have 30 days to choose. It's the same day one and the last day. Why don't you just do it at the beginning and things are done? Yeah, and it also shows not only in terms of leadership, but in my case personally, I really need the product. Yeah, I mean, I every week when I use and sample out, I always short of product. So in my case, I always need a product to use it anyway. Yeah, so can I suggest we just have to? It's all in the mindset. Yeah, as I check the system. Again, Malaysians have the mentality of they really like to do it last day of the month. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The same in Mexico? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Same, right? So, I noticed if I studied the behavior here, because of just this little behavior has caused a lot of unnecessary stress. Yeah, people call you up, and they call our upline, I'm not maintaining what happened, and we stress our company. But end of the day, will you agree? The result is the same. They still maintain the same thing. If only agree, no problem. Okay? So I think that was just on my part for the Malaysian side.
Just comment, just take that one step further here. Also, for the qualifications, you need 2 consultants on the left, 2 consultants on the right for Sapphire, 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. So you're always looking in the back office, checking rank, and you see, the first week, 0 and 0. Oh my goodness, okay. Then the second week, so let's say Jerry sponsored Stanley, and he's watching Stanley's back office, 0 rank, 0 doesn't have his consultants yet, right? So everybody knows where you can check to see if you've got consultants, right? Okay, under rank, and that's really, really important. So, Jerry calls Stanley, don't worry about it, I'll do it the second week, right? Second week, calls up, Stanley, he looks in there, hasn't done it. Third week, calls up Stanley, I thought you were going to do it. He said, yeah, don't worry about it, I'll get around to it. And then, human nature, taking it right to the very last day, and right to the very last minute, very last hour, and then he goes in, and maybe the office, the computer system is shut down, and the very last hour he can't make his auto ship, or he goes out on a drinking binge the night before and forgets and loses his mind or something, and the very last minute, and meanwhile, Jerry's kind of panicking, watching to see if he's going to, have to get more people on that side, or if he can, count on that, so. Let's avoid all that and just everybody buying their auto ship in the first week, and then that creates also bigger checks in the first week, and that creates more stories. So creating your own story, that's really important. So let's, as Jerry said, get everybody to buy their auto ship on the first week. I asked Steve Martin, what's your average auto ship? And you can actually see in there, and his average auto ship for his whole entire active organization was 267 points. All right, and that's really important. Jose Luis says, here, and that's really, that's not even going out and considering the sales. In sales, we really want to, and that's something else I want to talk to here. Servicing 10 clients. I want everybody to have 10 clients, and that's not so much that you're going to make tons of money off of selling, from between 35 and 52 a ringgit. That's not the point. There's a couple points here, and this is a great thing about Mexico when they're going out and they're selling the product for the gold pack. What are they doing? They're doing a couple things there. They're recuperating their money, but they're doing way more than that. they're actually got people out there that they're going to be servicing every single month. Because 90% of those people that you sold product to, they're coming back the next month. They're saying, "Where's my product? Where's my product? I'm addicted to organo gold coffee after 30 days." And I got my own personal testimony about that. So the product, you've got 10 clients, and you're going to service 10 clients every single month. And the other thing, of course, is those clients might eventually, who said no to the business in the beginning, they were, very likely become addicts to that coffee because it's so good and so healthy, and coffee and ganodermas, it can be addictive, right? Habitual. So they're going to turn into distributors also in time. So there's a lot of things, and then also, again, it's not the point that we're going to go out and become rich by having 10 clients. It's the effect of that. And also imagine that, you got 1,000 downlines or 100 downlines or 20 downlines, whatever, in your system, and all of them are buying an extra 10 clients, $2-3 per client, 20, 30 just to sell every single month. Imagine that volume, what that's going to do to your uni-level check. All right, so let's try to get everybody also, now that we're on product, to be servicing, even up this and have 10 clients that you're servicing every single month. 2 to 3, if 1 or 2 of them drop off, replace them 2 or 3. So everybody has 10 people that they're selling coffee to every month. Is that logical? Is that okay?
That is very, very logical. It's good. Also, something very important about that, like Jerry was mentioning. If you put your auto-ship in the first day, it's like, imagine you receive a call and you said, Organic Gold is, and this is not happening, but imagine it says, Organic Gold is paying you based on your 2 weeks of best effort. That's only they paying. You think that it will be nice? Of course not. But then, guys, you do it to yourself. That is always what it happened. What happens if it's the day number 5 of the month, I open my office and I see 2,000 points. I said, you know something? I thought this thing was going to work better. It's not working as I thought. And then I'm sad, I'm walking. I don't call my people, I don't call my distributors. I don't care. Next week, I see my back office, 3,000 points. Still angry. I told you, Grant, this is not working. On the 15th, more people are, a lot of chickens start popping up, and suddenly I see 30,000 points. I say, you know something? I was wrong, this is working. And I get all excited on the 15th. I said, you know something? I can go Ruby this month. I only did 10,000 points. And you work those 2 weeks and you make your 10,000 points. And you are happy, Ruby. You work only 2 weeks. Happy. What happening? Day number 5, you open your back office and you're 30,000 points. You know something? I can be Ruby by the 15th. You start working so hard, and by the 15th, you're Ruby. You know something? I can make it. I can go Emerald. I can go Emerald, and you are so excited. You go Emerald that same month. It's a different. Money-wise, time-wise, it's so much different. In Malaysia, you don't still have the automatic auto-ship, right? Okay, what we did in Mexico, we have the same problem at the beginning. We didn't have auto-ship, okay? But we decided to call something, and I'm not a part of it. We call the smart, the smart order. The smart order was placed between the day number 1 and the day number 5. People that are smart will put their order in those days. Okay, who are in the business. The rest, they're not so smart. Not so smart. Okay, you know. So let's apply until we have the auto-ship function in our system in Malaysia. The smart orders. We have to do, and it's part of the commitment we're gonna talk about. But if you're committed, let's do the smart order on the first 5 days. Okay, pass it back to you. Sorry, go.
Great, thanks. Okay, so be a product of a product. Okay, so Bill.